Hello students, so in our today's module we'll be discussing about the fertilization in human beings, fine, which is very important step. As we have already discussed about the male reproductive system, female reproductive system, everything, how the ovum has been formed, the sperm has been formed. Now let's just come to the very important topic, that is fertilization in human. Now students, we know this thing that the fusion of the sperm with this ovum is said to be the fertilization. I would like to tell you one more thing over here. Like, we have two types of fertilization. Fine, the internal fertilization and the external fertilization. Right, Vijay? Now, what exactly happens? I would like to show it to you here. See, we have two types of fertilization: external and internal. External and internal. As the name itself suggesting, what do we mean by the external fertilization and the internal fertilization? So talking about the external fertilization, first, this is the fertilization which occurs outside the female body. Fine. Like in external fertilization, the female animal's eggs, they are fertilized by the sperm outside its body. Like frogs, you might have seen the frogs, fishes, fine, amphibians, frogs, frogs. So in them, external fertilization takes place. And talking about the internal, bache, so what happens? The fertilization which occur inside the female body, that is said to be the internal fertilization. Remember this thing, this internal fertilization, the female animal's eggs, they are fertilized by the sperm inside her body only. And for example, we have mammals, fine. These are the examples for the internal fertilization. Alright, so in other words, like internal fertilization takes place in mammals, human beings, birds, reptiles, in which what happens, the male animal puts his sperm into the female animal's body. Fine, this is how the copulation takes place, or during mating, the transfer of sperm from the testis of the male animal into the female body. Fine, so this thing we have already discussed. Fine, so these are the two types of fertilization, external and internal. Now let's just come on to the topic, bache. So we were discussing about the fertilization in human being. Fine. So what happens during sexual intercourse? Remember this thing, during sexual intercourse, the sperm from the male body, sperm has been formed. So it comes from the male body and enters into the vagina of the female. Fine. This thing is very important. So this one I have already explained you in the our previous module. How exactly does this happens? Now the sperm reaches the oviduct. Remember this thing, sperm reaches the oviduct. This is the oviduct. Fine, this is the actual site for the fertilization. So sperm reaches the oviduct, and one sperm fuses with an egg and form the zygote. Now students, this is very important thing. Once the zygote is formed, you can see here a lot of sperms are there. So they are fusing up with the ovum, and this results into the formation of a structure that is said to be the zygote. Now what happens, this zygote then gets implanted inside the uterus. Fine, so you can see here, this gets implanted inside the uterus. Now the zygote then start dividing to form the embryo. All right, remember this thing, zygote, first of all the fusion occurs. Let me just show it to you. See bache, first of all what happens, the fusion happens. Fine, the male body, the male gamete and the female gamete. Fine, then this results into the formation of zygote. Now what happens, bache, this zygote keeps on dividing itself and form the embryo. Fine, then this embryo results into the formation of a structure that is known as fetus. And then after the gestation period of 9 months, newborn baby comes. Fine, so this is what the concept is. Alright, I hope this thing is clear, bache. Alright, so now what happens, the embryo wants some nutrition also. Obviously without nutrition it cannot exist. So it gets nutrition from the mother's blood through the placenta, which is a tissue like structure. Fine, so with the help of this placenta, baby receives all the nutrition from the mother. Fine, and the development of the child takes 9 months, and then the child is born. Fine, so I would like to show it to you with the help of the diagram. This is the complete embryonic development, bache. See, the fusion of male and female gametes said to be the fertilization. Now what happens, this complete zygote, it keeps on dividing. Fine, first comes this 2 cell stage, where the 2 cell forms, then 4 cell forms, then 8 cell forms. Fine, and 16, then 32. Fine, this is what the structure looks like then. Fine, this is the blastocyst. All right bache, finally this gets implanted inside the uterus. You can see here this gets implanted inside the uterus. All right. So after this, what happens when the ovum is fertilized with this in the oviduct, then a zygote is formed. It keeps on dividing bache with the, and this division is said to be the mitosis division. Remember this thing, this division is mitosis division. Mitosis is the equational division. Fine. Now the zygote divide this hollow ball of cell, now called as embryo, it sinks down into the soft and thick lining of the uterus and finally gets implanted. So this is what the like this question may comes in paper bache, that what exactly do we mean by the implantation term. So the embedding of the embryo in the thick lining of the uterus is said to be implantation. Fine, you can see here this is what exactly the implantation is, where the you can see the embryo. Fine, it is embedded inside this thick lining of the uterus. This is what the implantation is. Okay students, now coming on to the next that we have is the sexual cycle in females or women is called menstruation or menstrual cycle. Fine, so we'll be discussing about the menstrual cycle. Now students, what exactly happens when the ovum or egg is fertilized in the oviduct with the sperm, then zygote is formed, right? And then what happens, that zygote continuously divides, fine, and results into the formation of a structure that is known as embryo. Fine, then this develop into a fetus and a baby. Now what happens, talking about the menstrual cycle here, this thing is very very important students, so listen to me very carefully. See, when a girl reaches puberty at the age of about 10 to 12 years, so the sex hormones, like there are a lot of hormones that are present in female. Fine, we have estrogen. Fine, so these hormones are released into her blood and cause some of the ova, that are also known as egg cell, in her ovaries to become mature. Fine, so the ovaries they contains premature ovums. Fine, so these egg cells, they become mature after puberty. This thing is very very important. Next students, usually what happens, only one mature ovum or we can say egg is released from the ovary, where it is released into the oviduct. Fine, and what is the time duration? Once every 28 days. Okay, so once in every 28 days this one mature ovum is released. Fine, in your into the oviduct. Then student, this process is said to be the ovulation. Fine, ovulation is a process where when the ovum is released from the ovary into the oviduct. Now what happens bache, before ovulation, that is the release of ovum. Fine, so at this time ovum is not released. So what happens, what all preparation is being done before ovulation? The inner, this thing is very important, mark it as 2 star bache, this is very very important. Fine, what are the changes that takes place? So the inner lining of the uterus become thick and spongy, fine, and full of tiny blood vessels, blood capillaries, and prepare itself to receive the fertilized ovum or egg in case if it gets fertilized by sperm. So in case if it gets fertilized, it has to prepare, fine, uterus has to prepare itself to receive the fertilized ovum. Fine, that is why it needs to become thick, it becomes thick and spongy. It has to prepare it, so because of complete development takes place inside the uterus only. But what happens, fine, this is the chance factor, when sperm enters inside the female body, only then the fertilization takes place, right? Only then the ovum will fertilize. But if the ovum or the egg does not get fertilized, so here what kind of situation exists? Fine, this becomes a question mark, and this is also equally important students. Now see, due to non-availability of sperm in the female body, fine, when the ovum is not fertilized, it not get fertilized definitely because the sperm is not available in the female body, and this is only available during copulation or mating. So at that time the thick and soft inner lining, that is no longer needed. Fine, this thing is no longer needed now bache, then what will happen, it has to be break. So this thick and soft inner lining of uterus along with the blood vessels and this dead ovum or egg, it has to come out of the body through vagina, it comes out. Fine, and in which form, in the form of bleeding it comes out, and this process is said to be the menstruation. Very very important thing, this is what the menstruation is. Fine, so it is that blood that comes out through the vagina, because bache the earlier the uterus lining was thick and soft, the thick and spongy, fine, but now it has become, it has to break, fine. Now this thick and soft inner lining, it is not needed by the female body because it is needed only when the egg is fertilized. Now students, what happened? Menstruation usually occurs 14 days after ovulation. That is the release of ovum, fine. And usually menstruation lasts for 3 to 5 days only. And if the ovum does not get fertilized even now, then menstruation takes place again. So this process keeps on repeating until unless the egg does not get fertilized with the sperm. Now this cycle of menstruation is repeated again and again in women after every 28 days till the time ovum gets fertilized. Okay, and remember this thing, that these are controlled by the hormones. Alright. Now what happens, bache? Menstruation stops temporarily. Fine, they stops temporarily only. Remember this thing, this is temporarily. They stops temporarily. Now when the ovum, that is also known as egg, get fertilized, then the women get pregnant at that time. If it is fertilized, the woman becomes pregnant. This is because in this case the thick and soft lining of the uterus contains lot of blood vessels, fine, that is needed for the growth and development of the fertilized ovum, and these things are needed to form the baby. Alright, so menstruation restarts after the birth of the baby. It restarts again after the birth, fine. There are two terms which is not in your syllabus but we should know, bache, menarche and menopause, fine. So what exactly happens? The first menstruation or menstrual flow that begins at puberty only, fine, when the girl or woman around like 10 to 12 years age. So this first occurrence of menstruation or periods at puberty is called menarche, fine. It is the beginning of the reproductive life of a girl or for a woman. Now there is also another term, that is menopause. What happens, bache? Menstruation stops permanently when a woman reaches the age of about 45 to 50 years, right? When women reaches the age of 45 to 50 years, then they stops permanently, fine, because a woman loses her ability to bear children and she becomes infertile. So the permanent stoppage of menstruation or periods in a woman is called menopause, fine. And a woman stops ovulating at menopause and can no longer become pregnant now. This thing is very important, fine, and this is said to be the end of reproductive life of a woman. So this is all about the menstruation cycle. Alright student, here comes the last part of this chapter, that is reproductive health, fine. So first of all we'll be discussing about the reproductive health, that is a sexually transmitted disease, fine. So first of all, bache, we should know that what are the STDs, fine. Exactly what do we mean by this thing? So see, the disease which are spread by sexual contact with an infected person, fine, they are said to be STDs, that is sexually transmitted disease, transmit through sexual contact. Okay, like does a healthy person can get STD by making sexual contact with an infected person, and we have several types like gonorrhea, syphilis, AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, fine. These are the various example. Now bache, gonorrhea and syphilis, like you can see here, gonorrhea and syphilis, what happened? Gonorrhea and syphilis, they are caused by bacteria. So you have to remember this thing, they are caused by bacteria, and the bacteria which cause these disease spread through sexual contact with an infected person, fine. And the most common symptoms of these STD, just wait, they are basically burning sensation. What exactly the symptoms occur when if a person is suffering from this gonorrhea and syphilis? So there is a burning sensation at urination, passing of urethral discharge, that is containing pus, fine, and sores occurs in the genital area. So these are the symptoms. Alright, but gonorrhea and syphilis, they are curable disease. Remember this thing, bache, they are curable, fine, they are curable. Now talking about the prevention of pregnancy, that is also known as contraception. So pregnancy can be prevented by three main methods, fine, like we have barrier method, chemical method and surgical method, So exam, in your exam, only this thing comes, like what do you mean by STD, how they are transmitted, and what do you mean by the contraception, plus how the you can prevent the pregnancy. Fine. How many methods are there? So these are the three important methods. So mark it as important star, because it is very very important. Fine. Now students, what exactly happens? See, talking of the first method, you all can see here is the barrier method. Fine. In barrier method, what happens? It consists using of condoms. Fine. Diaphragm, cervical caps, copper T, these are being used up by the females. Fine. In their genetical tract, basically to prevent the entry of the sperm. Now talking about the next that we have is the chemical method. Fine, but in this chemical method, it is in the chemical methods of preventing pregnancy, the female are used, they use two types of pills, like we have this oral pills, fine bache, and vaginal pills, which are made of specific drugs. So what happens, they are taking these, basically they consist of taking drugs like oral pills or vaginal pills. All right. Now this is a very effective method of preventing pregnancy as long as the pills are taken at right time. Some women, however, like they do experience unpleasant side effects on taking oral pills, because they change the hormonal balance in the body. So it is important that the women on pills have regular checkup with their doctor. All right. Now these vaginal pill, what is the function of these vaginal pill? You should know this thing. So what is their function, bache? They basically, they contains the chemical that is called spermicides. Remember this thing, spermicides. Fine. Spermicides, this is the chemical which kills the sperm. Fine. And the last one, which is also very important, that is the surgical method. I think you all are aware about this method. It consists of removing or tying a small part of the vas deferens in males, fine, and the fallopian tube in females. Obviously then egg will not reach to its sites, and sperm will also not reach to its sites, and there will be no fertilization. Fine. So this was all about this chapter, that is how to organism reproduce. I hope the chapter is clear to each one of you. Thank you.